So, structure of the thesis. Usually, at the end of your first chapter, which is the introduction chapter, you give this heading of structure of the thesis. Why do we give this heading in the first chapter? Because first chapter heading is introduction. The first chapter's name is introduction. So what we do is we introduce our thesis at the end in a structural form, that what is going to be in the next chapters. So what we do usually, theses are consist of 5 chapters. Some theses at PhD level are also consist of 6 chapters. Usually our first chapter is our introduction chapter. So what you do is, I've just written one sentence, but you can write more sentences. For example, the first chapter introduces the topic of the study. It also analyzes the gap, the significance. It also gives the delimitation of the study. And then at the end, it also talks about the definition of the key terms. So this is how you give a small paragraph what you have done or you're going to do in your first chapter. The same way, the second chapter is usually of literature review. So you're going to write another small paragraph in telling that in the second chapter, there's going to be a detailed discussion of literature review and the definition of the terms, then how hypotheses are driven, and the hypotheses are also given. And then you're going to say that theoretical framework is also presented in that chapter. So this is how you're going to talk about that what is included in the second chapter. Then the third chapter, this is going to be a little detailed, because in the third chapter you discuss the methodology. So what you're going to do, methodology is going to contain different headings. For example, starting from research design, research approach, type of study, cross-sectional or longitudinal study, qualitative or quantitative study. So the headings that are included in the methodology part, you will be giving those headings here as a part of the structure. And then the fourth chapter is the data analysis and findings chapter. So you're going to explain in one small paragraph what you will be writing in your fourth chapter. And the same way, you will also be writing the fifth chapter, and you will talk about that we will be discussing the hypothesis and how did we achieve our objective, how did we achieve our how did we answer our questions, and then at the end you will be giving concluding remarks, including limitations of the study and future research. You can also say that implications of the study will also be discussed. So this is how you write the structure of your thesis. So again, the reader is going to have a very clear idea that how you have structured your thesis. So this is all about the structure of the thesis.